It's currently Wednesday, June 13th, and I finished my last exams today. Can I just say one thing about the Spanish exam, though? There was so much shit on that Spanish exam that we've never studied or seen ever. And I'm not just saying that because I didn't pay attention or like something that we studied for one day and then didn't go back over. There was stuff on there that we've never seen. There are new terms, new words, just stuff that we've never seen. And I'm not even surprised because it's Spanish at my school. So I'm kind of worried about my GPA because I didn't know a bunch of the answers because we never studied these questions. It didn't make any sense. But I mean, I'm on summer break, so I don't really have to worry about it for 3 months. One thing I do have to worry about this summer, though, actually not one thing, two things, is I got into AP. I took all APs and honors next year, which is probably a mistake, but so for AP World History, which I've heard is the hardest AP class, which, you know, that's fun. Our teacher gave us a book to read over the summer. And when we come back to school, there's going to be a quiz over the first 20 chapters. But the thing is, it's actually a really good book. It's called, I think it's called Ways of the World or something like that. I'm too lazy to get up and actually tell you the name of it. But it's a really good book, and it's about history. But the guy tells it from a comedic standpoint and more of like in a story way instead of like reading a boring textbook with just bullet points. So, you know, I don't have a problem with reading it. My one problem is I'm testing out of health, so I have to write 7 essays for health when we get back to school. And I also have like 25 chapters of health to learn. And we don't have a book, so I just had to Google the answers and research it myself, which is also very fun. I've also heard health is very hard to test out of. And, you know, I put an effort in school, not that much effort, but a good amount of effort to have a you know, 3 GPA. I think I might have to put an extra effort this summer because, you know, I'm trying to test out of health, and you can only test out of a class once. You can only try once. So if I fail, I'll have to take health eventually. And I want to take drafting, so I have to pass. I'll be really pissed if I don't pass it. I'm gonna study my ass off because health is stupid and a waste of time when I could be spending my time learning something else. Something else is also not important. I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing this summer because every summer up till this year, it's been sit around at home and do nothing or go to the Boys and Girls Club, which weren't my ideal ways to spend summer. But my plan for this summer is, I don't know. Now that I have, you know, a decent sized friend group, I think I'd probably go out with my friends a lot more often. But I'm going to say 60% of my summer is going to be me sitting in the house studying for AP and health, and 40% of it is going to be me outside. I don't know, this freshman year just flipped my entire world upside down. I used to be a super closed-minded person in 8th grade. I was super judgmental, and if you didn't do things the way that I wanted you to, or if you didn't have the same views that I had, I used to be super close-minded when it came to music. I thought all rap music was just degenerate music. And, you know, to be fair, a good amount of it still is degenerate music, but not all of it is degenerate. I've become a lot more open-minded to people doing stupid stuff, because at this point, it doesn't really faze me. When I was in 8th grade, if I were to find out that you smoke weed, I'd be like, oh my god. But now I'd be like, hey, that's probably not a good idea. You shouldn't do that. But, you know, I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your life. Because, like, what am I gonna do? I can't force people to stop doing what they do. I mean, unless you're like my close friend, because yeah, then I'm gonna make you stop. This year, for the most part of this year, I was still like that. Like, I'd say around the December line is when I started changing a lot. I've gone through the most change I've gone through my entire life in the past 3 or 4 months. And I don't feel as alone as I used to. Back in 8th grade and, you know, halfway through this year, I never really fit in with my class. Like, I never felt like I fit in with them. I always just felt weird because people would do stupid things and I'd be like, hey, that's stupid. I couldn't find anywhere to fit in with people. And, you know, I had some friends, but I wasn't really close with any of them. I mean, I was kind of close, but not like super close where I trust them. But this year I found a lot of people who I can relate to. So I don't feel as alone anymore. It just sucks that most of the people that I consider close are above my grade. So when they leave, I'll be back where I was. I don't think I will be back where I was because I think as we go up in the grades and as we all get older, I think the rest of the people in my class will mature a little bit. Because a lot of the people in my class are very immature, and I can't fit myself in that crowd. Like, I'm kind of immature, but I'm immature in like a comedic way. I try to be funny, but like I mean the people in my class are immature by like they jump around, they run around, they're jumping up on tables, breaking stuff at the school. That's what I mean by immature, and they're just always being ridiculous and talking. They can't take anything in school seriously. And I don't mean to act like everyone in my class is ridiculous, because there are a lot of cool people in my class who, you know, actually take school seriously and don't run around the school like it's a fucking gymnasium. But there still are a lot of obnoxious people in my class who just like to make loud noises in class and just distract others. But to those of you who aren't problem children, I appreciate you and I love you. I'm not really like that. I don't really take school that seriously because, let's be honest, high school is a pretty big waste of time. Most of, if not everything you learn in high school won't help you get a job at at all. Like, I want to go to college in sound engineering. Sitting around reading Shakespeare isn't going to help me be a sound engineer. I'm always split on this though. So a lot of people, most people can agree that taking history isn't really going to help you get a job anytime in your entire life. Unless you want to be a historian, you're not going to be able to get a job off of studying history. But it's nice to know. The past is important, and just, you know, it's nice to know these things. Like, I guess for health, for example, it's nice to know how your body works and stuff like that. But the problem is that you forget all of these things. Like, I'd say it's kind of important to take health, to know the things about your body, but you're just gonna forget them. So what's the point? Like, I'm taking Spanish right now because, you know, we're all required to by law, and I'd say in 6 years I'm not gonna remember any of it because I'm not gonna use it. I mean, is that my fault, or is that just the education's fault? And I've always been split on this because I never know if I should be like, hey, we shouldn't take these classes because they're a waste of time. We should direct our students towards, you know, whatever career path they want. But many people don't know what they want at this age, and I'm not even sure if what I want is what I really would want when I graduate. So to conclude, I don't know anymore how I feel about school. I don't know. I'm just happy to be on summer break. I want to sleep. Sleeping is so nice. You guys don't understand. You know, actually, I'm sure you do understand. Sleeping's the best thing ever. All right, well, I'm gonna go and sleep. In fact, good night.